Higgs Boson just taking a little bit of encouragement to break into stride for this, the M-Track recruitment specialists in temporary worker recruitment handicap chase. And early on, not one but two. The recent Sedgefield scorer is racing prominently together with Benny'swell, who's in the yellow colours. Then Higgs Boson with the favourite Veroce in the pink and grey on the outside. Oscar Latin and Big Sound currently occupying the back couple of positions as they now draw towards fence number 1 of 19. All over it safely. A small nod on landing from Veroce, but no real harm done. On they go now to the second. This is the first of the open ditches. Benny'swell, not one but two, take off and land together. And pretty much in a line were the other four. Heading on now to the third. Not one but two, having a better cut at his obstacle than Benny'swell. 3-length break to Higgs Boson with Big Sound. The diminutive horse over towards the inside of Oscar Latin, and Veroce parked out a little wider. About 5 lengths covering the sextet as they now are on the approach to fence at number 4. All over safely. Higgs Boson a little slower than the others. Heading on now towards the last fence going down the far side of the track. And it is Benny'swell on the outside of not one but two, with Veroce a little bit cumbersome and a bit close, back in third. Big Sound over to the inside of Oscar Latin, and throughout the duration of the first 3/4 of a mile or so, Higgs Boson hasn't really travelled with a great deal of fluency and is now the back marker. So turning left-handed into the home straight, 4 fences in a line up along this part, with the open ditch being the first of them. Not one but two. Brian Hughes looking for a double on the day, jumping just ahead there of Benny'swell, and the two of them now just opening up somewhat, a good 8-length cushion on Oscar Latin. Sandy Thompson's runner under Stephen Fox towards the outside of Big Sound, and Veroce up in between that pair. Back marker Higgs Boson as they jump another. Once again, all landing safely enough, but much more stretched out than what they were, say, half a mile ago, as they are now on the approach to the third of the 4 coming up here. Not one but two, more fluent than Benny'swell, who dragged his back legs through it, and gets a reminder. Back in third, Big Sound, as they now are on the approach to the fence, which will be the last next time. Not one but two. Benny'swell, Oscar Latin thumped that one pretty hard as they head on down to the winning post with just over a circuit left to travel. And it is not one but two and Benny'swell. Still pretty much in unison. Not one but two, just about holding a slender lead from Benny'swell as they venture on out, and still a good break of 8 or 9 lengths back to the other runners. Headed off by Veroce, who's now off in pursuit under Jamie Hamilton, has gone third from Big Sound. Oscar Latin following that blunder is back in behind those now, and Higgs Boson, the struggle continues. Out they go towards the far side of the racecourse. Fence number 10 is coming up, and after they've jumped this, they'd have done a circuit. And not one but two. In the black and white stripes over to the inside of Benny'swell. They very much dominated this race to this point. Higgs Boson is pulling up at the back. Higgs Boson not going out any further. So we're down to 5. 2 of them remain clear. Not one but two. 2 on the outside, Benny'swell. 1.25 miles left to travel now. Veroce is 8 lengths away in third, and then Oscar Latin, and Big Sound under his big weight of 11.12 is now last of all. Into the back straight they head, fence number 11 coming up. Not one but two for the Chris Grant team. Now 1.5 lengths ahead over Benny'swell, who's not travelling as well as the leader, with Veroce in third. Oscar Latin is in fourth with the orange stars on the body sleeves and cap, and Big Sound at the back mark at a touchdown. Racing on now towards the next of the open ditches, fence number 12, and not one but two is Spring-Heeled. Lovely jump. He's put plenty of daylight between himself and his pursuers now, so making a bit of a break for it. Not one but two, even this far out to Benny'swell as they come to another solid jump from the leader. Veroce looking to challenge with Oscar Latin. Not the first time he's blundered back in a 4th place there. Stephen Fox momentarily pitched up the horse's neck, and Big Sound is the back marker, but they've all got plenty to do in testing ground to get to not one but two, who's really opened up. Veroce in the pink jacket has now just about edged second. Not one but two, steadied over that one to Veroce, a big jump in at second place. Still very much in the thick of things, the horse in second, with back in third Benny's Well, then Oscar Latine and Big Sound. So not one but two, with 5 more fences to cross, has a slightly dwindling advantage. Gets over that fence spring heel. Veroce's about 4 or 5 lengths away, with Oscar Latine now in third, and then Big Sound, who's getting past a tiring Benny's Well. So back towards home they come, not one but two, given a couple of taps down the shoulder here just to keep going, to Veroce in second, who's working a little harder. Back in third is Oscar Latine as they race off the final corner now and on towards the last of the open ditches. 4 from home. Big Sound is back in fourth, and then Benny's Well. So not one but two, looking to keep going. Comes to the first in the straight, gets over but only 2.5 ahead. Veroce's gradually getting there, with back in third Oscar Latine, and now Veroce has breezed along up sides, a tiring not one but two. Can not one but two fight back in third Oscar Latine? This is the third last they're coming to. In the air together, touchdown together. Veroce asked some more serious questions down the stand side, but he has now wrestled a clear advantage from not one but two. A couple of lengths between the pair as they draw towards the second last. Veroce over it ahead, didn't get too high. Not one but two is still in the argument here as they race towards the final fence. They're 15 lengths away from Oscar Latine. Gamely, not one but two is sticking on in there over to the inside of Veroce. They take off and land together. The worst jump coming from not one but two. The advantage therefore handed to Veroce. Veroce gets away by 2.5 lengths now to not one but two in second. Veroce's very tired. Not one but two stages a late rally over to the inside, but Veroce has held him. Veroce holds on to win from in second place. Not one but two in a great finish, clearing right away from in third. Oscar Latine is all out to hold that position from Big Sound in fourth.
First number 4, Veroce. Second number 5. Third number 3. The fourth